हेलो फ्रेंड्स। कैसे हैं आप लोग? उम्मीद करता हूँ अच्छे होंगे। दोस्तों, आई एम बैक अगेन ऑन माय चैनल निर्मल टेक्निकल। फ्रेंड्स, आप लोगों को याद होगा तो इससे पहले हमने आपको ये सेशन जो डिलीवर किया था वो सेफ का था और पार्ट 3 था। जैसे मैंने लास्ट सेशन में आपको ये बताया था कैसे सेफ वर्क स्टेशन अमेजॉन लिनक्स सर्वर पे इंस्टॉल करते हैं, और उसके बाद कैसे हम कुछ बुक क्रिएट करते हैं और कैसे हम एक रेसिपी क्रिएट करते हैं। Even also, I shared with you how to create a file using Chef client. So moving forward, today I am going to share with you setup of automation. As I promised you in previous session that in part 4, so this is the Chef part 4, how I can set up of Chef automation tool actually. How we can set up. So today our live agenda is setup of automation using of Chef tool on Amazon virtual Linux server, which will be on actually cloud. And one more thing, because they are actually uh, the process is very lengthy. Uh, actually, I cannot say lengthy, but yes, there will be some steps. So today I will make a setup of automation and Chef Amazon Linux server, Chef's tool. After completion of this setup of Chef tool, then on next session, that means there will be part 5, I will share with you a live project, you can say. I will show you uh, the workflow of automation in real practical way. Okay. So today first I will make a setup of that, and because this session going to some lengthy because there is so many steps, and that's why I'm saying it is a lengthy process of setup of automation. That is a one-time actually process. Once you have successfully set up this chef tool on server, then later then it will not take time to do some automation, to do some install the software, update the software on the nodes, just help of chef tool. So this is agenda, the the setup of automation tool chef on Amazon Linux server. So so let me share with you. Actually, I just written down on my textbook. So there, actually, I have actually prepared in that way. There are 4 steps for this chef's tool automation setup. So let me share with you first step 1 and step 2. If you see on my shared screen, okay, let me do something like this. Oh no, I think it is fine to you all. So you can see here it is written Chef configuration management tool, process of setup of Chef tool on Linux server. So there is step 1. So what I will do in step 1? In step 1, I will install Chef workstation. So if you remember friends, the step 1 actually I have already shared with you on step uh, on actually part 2 and part 3, if you remember. I have already shared with you how to install Chef workstation. But actually this is a part of even Chef tool. So today I will also share with you again this Chef workstation installation. So it will be a good practice for you friends, because this is the third time when I'm going to share with you how to install Chef workstation. So mainly I will start actually there should be for you then the new like process from the step two, because this step one I have already shared with you on part two and part three how we can install Chef Orchestration. So for Chef Orchestration, I will first launch a Linux server on AWS. Second, I will download and install Chef Orchestration. And third, I will create a cookbook and recipe. So these steps I already shared with you, but I will do again today. Okay. Then step two, which is new for you. This step one I already shared with you on a step, and actually part two and part three chef. So in step two, creation of account on chef server. Okay, of chef server. So friends, if you remember in step one and part one, actually I am saying step one, but yes, I am actually in part one. If you remember, so what is the workflow of automation in chef? So they are main three component. They are main three component of chef tool. The first one is chef workstation, second is chef server, and third one is nodes. Either it may be a one node or two node or 500 node or thousand nodes. It depends on the organization. It depends on where you are going, where the person are going to be a implement a automation. So chef workstation, I will do under step one. For chef server, as you told you in previous sessions, chef server actually is found on internet. Nobody, I will show you everything. So today this session is going to very interested. So I will create an account on chef server, even though I have already one account on chef server, but because it is actually I want to say you from initial to avoid any confusion, to avoid any missing. You guys might be think that this step is missing from here. So that's why I will create a new account so that it will be a good practice for you guys if you want to create account on server, how you can create in that way. Okay, because I already account, but yes, I will create a new account for you, friends. So what I will do for this creation of account on Chef server, open Internet Explorer and search chef.io, then create an account of Chef server. After that, then download one starter kit on your PC. So this starter kit actually I will able to see this kit on that chef server where I will create account. Okay. Later then I have to unzip that file starter kit, and actually what is the agenda why I'm going to download this starter kit. So as I told you there are four steps. So now I'm on step two, but let me tell you actually first to connect, to stabilize a connection or a communication between chef workstation to chef server, the process which I am following here, that once key I have to download the key name is starter kit, and what I need to do this key I actually have to download on my Linux server, and the key, this key is the main thing where the chef server URL is present so that our chef orchestration can communicate to chef server. But in this theoretical way, I am telling you, when I will do on practical, so it will be a good understanding. It will be easier to you get it understand how it is happening, how it's connecting that chef orchestration to chef server. Everything will be you will get a of course understand you will understand that everything, I believe, because I am trying to share with you in a very easy way. Okay. Okay. Yes. So then, so friends, later then I will copy that this unzip file on my Linux server, which I have already launched on AWS. So what is the process of that? Because if this key actually what I will download, it will be downloaded on my PC. Okay. But I have to copy this file to Linux server. So how it is possible, how it can be done? So there is a way. I will open a WinSP, that is a tool for a file transferring, and I will access a Linux server through WinSP, and I will copy that downloaded starter kit to my Linux server. No worry, I will share with you everything on mine. Firstly, I am going to overview on a theoretical way. Okay. Later then I will share with you in a practical way. So first I will trying to deliver you in a theoretical way that what is actually the process. Later then when I will share with you on doing the hands-on, then it will be clear to for you, clear to you all. Okay. After that, this file copy to that my Linux machine, local from local machine to Linux server. These are the step 1 and step 2. Let me share with you step 3 and step 4. Okay. So this is step 3 and step 4. Then what I will do after that step 2. So in step 3, make a connection between Linux server to chef server. What I earlier just told you. The what is the purpose? What was the purpose for to download a starter key from that chef server to the our Linux machine? That was the actually reason why I downloaded that starter kit and why I stored in my Linux server, so that to make a connection between a server to a Linux server to Jeff server. So I will log into Linux machine and list the file. So list the file, that is command ls. Then we'll be able to see that chef dash repo, chef dash repo, chef underscore repo. There will be a file. What I downloaded that starter kit, there will actually a chef dash repo, which I will be able to see on my Linux machine. Then I have to access that directory chef repo. This is this is the directory. Mainly this is the directory actually what I will download that kit, starter kit. Then access to that directory chef dash repo. Then I have to fire the command ls-a. So I have to see actually all the hidden files. You know that what is the purpose of this command ls-a. So I will be able to see all the hidden files on my Linux machine, Linux server. Then I have to access one more directory .chef, and then I will be able to see the chef server URL, chef server URL. And finally, I have to verify whether this chef workstation is connected to chef server or not. So there is one command knife SSL check, and the output you can understand that there will be output that it is verifying to connection, and then this is the finally connection is set up between to chef server to chef workstation to chef server. But remember, till now I have not make a connection between chef server to nodes. So till now I have stabilized a connection between chef server to chef workstation. Now moving forward, step 4, you can see creation of node on AWS. So I will create a 2 nodes. I can create a 2 node for just actually higher and not creating a more actually instances, because there is some limitation on a free tier account. Actually, I have a free tier account on AWS, so I will just create 2 Linux server on AWS. So open and create a 2 Linux server on AWS and download key pair. So you know guys, for on AWS, if you launch your instances, so there is a one actually process. Actually, you have to download a key pair for to access this server. Okay. So I have to download that key pair on local machine. Step 5. So what is the step 5? Bootstrapping. What is actually bootstrapping? If you remember, friends, in previous session, step 2, step 2 actually, step 2 or step 3, step 1 or step 2. Oh, this is my mistake. Actually, I meant to say in part 2, I already told you what is the bootstrapping. So bootstrapping actually is a process that make a connection, stabilize a communication between nodes to chef server. So I will apply the bootstrapping to connect the nodes to chef server. One more thing, friends, might be some of the guys is seeing this chef's part 4. So I will request to the guys firstly start watching from part 1, because you if you are saying this directly the step part 4 actually, so might be you will not able to understand what is happening here. I don't mean to say that you cannot understand, but it will be very good, it will be better if you see the from part 1, because these terms, like if I'm saying that chef workstation, chef server, nodes, so might be you are not getting what terms I am using here in this session part 4. That's why I'm saying you should see the from part 1, part 2, part 3. So there will be a like a path to get it understand. There will actually to make a easier way for you. That's why I'm saying please see the part 1. So bootstrapping till now actually I have make a connection first chef workstation to chef server. Then I have to make a connection also between chef server to nodes. So the in step 5, that's it, I am doing the same. Bootstrapping is a process to stabilize a communication, a connection between nodes to chef server. So first I will move a copy key pair to chef workstation. What key pair? So the key what I have downloaded for nodes on AWS, this key I have to copy on my chef workstation on Linux server. The process will be same. I have to open that WinSP and I have to access that, and I will do the same. I will share with you, no worry on that practical way. Finally, we'll fire the command. This is the bootstrapping command, knife, bootstrap. If you guys see, if you guys remember the knife, I already told you knife is a command line interface tool. Command line interface tool, command line interface tool. So knife, bootstrap, then IP. So this IP actually will be the private IP of the node. Again, I'm telling you, remember, knife, bootstrap, IP. So IP, that means the IP of private IP of that node, which I will launch actually on AWS. Hyphen SSH hyphen user. Then EC2 user, you know that is the username for that EC2 instance. Then hyphen sudo hyphen I and key name, key PN name. This one I'm saying, this one key PN name. Then hyphen name and node name. So after that bootstrapping, your setup is successfully completed. Chef server. Chef is completed. That all of the nodes, all of the servers, Chef workstation is connected to Chef server and Chef server is connected to nodes. So this is the process completely. Now let me share with you on a practical on lab. So if you remember, first I will in step 1, what I told you. First I will install Chef workstation. Again I'm telling you this step 1 I have already done on the part 2 and part 3. In part 2 I didn't share a cookbook and recipe creation, but in part 3 yes I have already shared step 1 completely, but I will do again today on part 4 actually. Okay, so I will log in my AWS account. So this is my AWS account actually. Let me launch one instance for a workstation. So instance you can see showing it is 0. Okay, going on instance. So what is the process? Launch instance. If you click cloud server, I'm going to launch one launch instance. Here I will write down Ceph workstation. What happened here? Why not taking yes? Oops. Then let me select that AMI, that is Amazon Machine Image, Linux server, Amazon Linux. and I will take as one MI as a free tile as well. Amazon Linux 2. Okay. So instance type one virtual CPU, 1 GB memory, free tile as well, and I will create a key pair. So key pair I will put here any name, safe workstation. Yeah, well, just simple name, safe. .pvk. Okay. Then create security group. So I want to create a new security group. If you want to select existing security groups, you can do here. And I'm just telling you in a way there are like also a possibility of option two. So you can select your any previous security group what you already launched. But no, I will create a new security group. So if you want to create a new security group, so you have to define that your traffic. So I will allow all the traffic for this instance. And okay, let me launch this instance. So if you want to see the logs, you can see here everything is succeed. I will not go in depth way what is this because our agenda is about chef. So you can see here, yes, instance state is running, status check is initializing. So let me first complete step one actually. Copy this public IP to access and putty. Okay, T. You know, friends, what I'm doing here? I am going to access this Linux server and putty. Okay, and then authorization and browse that key. Which key? This key. Open it and open. Accept. The username is ec2-user, it is default. When you access your Linux server, remember if you use this Linux server, you have to put here ec2-user. If you will access, if you will open Ubuntu server, then you have to write a login as a Ubuntu. Okay. So enter. Okay. Let me log in as a root user. Okay. Now our machine is ready for Chef workstation. Till now I have not installed Chef workstation, but our Linux server is ready. Okay. So if you guys remember, and as in part 3, I already shared with you, but this step again I'm going to do. I will again actually follow this. So wget and URL. So for that, I am going here and I click here and copy link address. This one, no, that is link. Copy link address, wget, and that URL. So I am going to download the Chef workstation. If you want to see, this is the Chef workstation. Okay, actually I have already shared with you on part 2 and part 3. So I think it is not now, it is very simple to you and get it understand. Enter. So it's taking download. Now fire the command address list. You can see this has been downloaded. Till now I have downloaded, but I have to install this. So yum install and -y. Till now, I am following the step 1. Let me change the color of this text. Change setting that uh, colors modify. Let me take this green color. Apply. Yes. Control L. Either you select Control L, yeah, if you just will, you have to write down clear. Okay. So now, if you want to see either Chef workstation is installed on my Linux server or not, so which Chef? If you want to see any command, any software, just there is a simple to command to check that software installed or not. To which Chef? If you want to see like which, if I will fire the command which Docker. What is written here? No Docker in that. But if you will write down here which Chef, yes, I think so here the file path where it has been downloaded. So now I will create a directory. If you remember mkdir cookbooks. Then for the command ls, you can see the one cookbook has been created. Then if you remember, I have to access these cookbooks to cd cookbooks slash. Now I access this directory. Then if you remember, how I can create a cookbook and recipe. So there is simple command chef generate cookbook and cookbook name. So test cookbook, whatever you want. Okay, I will put here name Nirmal. Chef generate cookbook Nirmal. Enter. It is asking to us, do you accept the 3 product licenses? Yes oblique no. So I will write down here yes. And again I will create but now fire the command ls. You can see one cookbook has been created Nirmal. But remember, friends, for a creation of recipe under a cookbook, you have to access that particular cookbook. So firstly, will have to access this cookbook. So cd cookbook slash cd then cookbook name. So Nirmal and slash. Now I have to create a one recipe. So chef generate recipe and that recipe name. So here I will put here Nirmal also. You can see here nirmal.rb. If you remember, go back to your directory cookbooks and I will download one software yum install tree. Let's suppose till now this software not install my PC. Oh no, this software not install my Linux server actually. So which tree? You can see no tree in this path, but after installing this tree software, it will reflect that particular path. So yum install tree -y. Now if I will fire the command, you can see here it is showing here slash bin slash root directory then bin and dash tree. So until now what I have done, I actually launched one EC2 instance on AWS. Then I have make this server as a workstation, Chef workstation, because I have downloaded Chef workstation. Then I have created a cookbook and recipe. Now I am moving forward on step 2. If you remember, step 1 I already done it. Step 2, what is creation of account of Chef server. So what is the process? Chef.io. So I already open it, chef.io on Google. Then you have to go on this icon. That is something, it is a login and hosted chef console. Hosted chef console. This is the process for creation of a chef's account on chef server. So friends, as I told you, I have actually already one account for me, but my purpose is to share with you all friends. So I will create a new account. Click here to get started. I will write down your name, company something. So I will put here no, company. That is not company, but just I'm writing down here. Email ID. Oh, this email is already in use. What I told you. What I can do. Friends, this is the process actually. Email, you will write down here your email and username, whatever you want. And then click on I'm not a robotic and select this agreement and get started. So it will create account. Okay. Uh, so let me check if I have another mail ID, but I remember let me check. So for some time, I'm going to stop this in session in video. Just I have to check my account. So somehow I will check my account. Okay. Okay, this username already in use. So yes, I'm not a robot. This is my username. It's my email, and I agree to this term and condition. Get started. Okay, thanks for signing up. We have just sent you an email to verify your email address. Click the link in the email to finish the creation of your account. Okay. So yes, you can see that one email I have just got from Chef Software, and click on that link. And now it is saying that put your password. Thank you for verifying your email address. Please enter the password you would like to use below and submit the form to complete the creation of your account. Okay, I will write down the password here and create user. So, welcome to Chef Manage. Thank you for using Chef Infra. You are not yet a member of any organizations. So please either create a new organization or accept a pending invitation. If you are trying to join a specific organization and don't have any invitations, get someone in the organization to send you an invitation. Then hit the refresh button. Okay, I will say this, create a new organization. So let's say I will put your name, Animal Technical 87, and short name, and Technical 87. Create organization. Remember, I am doing now step 2. So I told you in step 2, then I have to then create an account. So I have created a successfully account on Chef server. So you can follow the same what I'm sharing with you, how you can create an account on Chef server. Then download starter kit on your PC. So you can see here, download starter kit. Follow these steps to be on your way to using hosted chef. So download starter kit. Your user key will be reset. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes, proceed. And chef starter key has been downloaded. So let me open that this download kit in a folder, and then I have to unzip this, extract here. Yes, chef repo. What I told you in step 2. Then unzip the file starter kit. Open Linux server on WinSP. Okay, WinSP. And so I will actually access on my Linux on I will access the my Linux server where it is now as a chef orchestration on this WinSP. So now let me go on my EC2 management console and let me take that this public IP port DNS, this one, putty. So I will hand put here host name, port number 22, username is EC2 user, and that advanced. Search and private key file, so that let me take that file. Okay, all files. That is ppk chef.ppk. So what I'm taking this file, what I downloaded key pair once I launched that this EC2 server on AWS EC2 instance. Open it. Okay, and this login. So continue connecting to an unknown server and it hosts to a cache. Yes. Yeah. Okay. You can see I have access my Linux server through WinSP, and this is my local machine. Uh, this is my local machine in left corner, and right corner that is my EC2 instance. So if you want to see in on root directory, then home, then EC2 user, you can see there is a cookbooks ls. If you want to see, then open that cookbooks. Yes, this is normal. So I have completely accessed this my Linux server on WinSP. So go back. And now what I told you, what I given instruction, step 2, copy that unzip file from local machine to Linux server through WinSP. So I will copy this file chef repo. Where I need to copy? Uh, I need to copy here on my this Linux server. So it will take some time. Now, once till now, you will fire the command ls, you will be able to see only normal, but right now the output will be different. Wait, yes. So books and chef repo. So I have actually that chef repo. I have actually copy from Windows machine to this Linux machine, but via WinSP. So until now, I have completed step 2. I have created an account on Chef server. Then I have downloaded the starter kit. Then I have unzipped that file starter kit, and successfully I have copied that starter kit file to my from local machine to Linux server. Now moving on, step 3 and step 4. So what is step 3? Now make a connection between Linux server to Chef server. How? So log into Linux machine and list the file. Okay, we'll be able to see that chef dash repo. So yes, once I will fire the command ls, I am able to see that chef dash repo. So what is the next step? Then fire the command ls hyphen a. So ls hyphen a. So then access to directory dot chef. So am I able to see any dot chef directory? Dot chef directory. But for that, firstly, I have to access that this chef dash repo. I believe I have written already. Yes, then access to directory chef dash repo. So what is the process? cd chef dash repo slash. Now, if you will fire the command ls, you can see here. What happened? Why I'm not able to see dot chef? Okay, ls hyphen actually. Yes, you will be able to see dot chef. Actually, this is the hidden file. That's why I'm not able to see in the output of this command ls only. If you fire the command ls hyphen, then you can able to see that dot chef, which is the direct hidden file on the Linux server. So I actually told dear, so this is the some lengthy process. That's why I was telling you to set up a automation. It is a one-time investment only. Your hard work, your actually you can say taking time. It is a one time only. Once you set up automation, then it will work automatically. Just you have to uh, write down the code in recipe. That is the part of this automation, but I will deliver in actually next session part 5. But because this the part 4 is also going in a very lengthy way, because almost it is a 48 minutes, and it is somehow already on a step. Still I'm a step 3, so it will take some more time to get it completed. So yes, I will continue. So yes, so till now I have access that. Now I will access that .chef directory. This is the hidden file. So cd the same process .chef slash .chef slash and press ls. No, what is the command here? Uh, Now it will be able to see chef server URL. But how? Hmm. This step actually I have not written here, but I will tell you. Actually, there is one file config.rb. So config, as you can see, there should be configuration. So cat, if you want to open any a file, so you can fire the command on Linux server cat that file name. So config.rb. You can see here that chef server URL. You can see there my account name is Nirmal Technical 87. You know what is this chef server URL? What I have created account this na on this chef manager. Actually here this chef manager, and my account name is Nirmal Shankar, but organization name is Nirmal Technical 87 and Technical 87. That's why I'm able to see here. and technical 87. That is a organization. You can see here https slash slash api.chef.io that organization slash technical and technical 87. So in step third, I have to check whether Chef workstation is successfully connected to Chef server or not. So I am again giving one more thing. I am telling you once again. So until now, what I have done, I have actually launched one instance on AWS. Then I have made that instance as a Chef workstation by the process of installation Chef workstation and install it. Then I have created a cookbook and recipe on that chef workstation. So this is a chef workstation actually. Okay. Later then I have created a account on chef server, and after that I have downloaded a key. What key? The starter kit. Okay. Then I have copied from that starter kit from my PC to my Linux server. So the process when I just copied that key starter kit from the local server to my Windows, actually my from local server to my Linux server. So this doing this, you can able to connect your Chef workstation to Chef server. Now I will check whether it is successfully connected or not. So to check this or verify, the command is knife SSL check. So knife SSL check. Yes, you can see here. Okay, let me change the color. Yeah, actually it is showing very green. Change setting. My friends, change. Blah, blah, blah. Prince. Okay, colors. Modify. Okay, everything is there. Process. And let me take this color. Yes. If you can check. So now you can see your chef workstation is successfully connected to chef server. If you want to see, I will share with you. I will show you. Go on your notes. Mhm. Okay. Actually, this is about notes. Uh, you can see organization name 87. So node it will be showed only nodes actually when I will connect chef server to nodes, then it will be able to see your nodes. Okay. Mm. So nodes don't get it confused here. Actually, nodes once I will connect the nodes to this server, then it will be able to see here. I will be able to share the notes here. Okay. So till now I have successfully completed step 3 as well. That our chef workstation has been successfully connected to lane that chef server. Chef workstation is connected to chef server, or you can say in a reverse mode. Chef workstation to connected to chef server, or chef server is connected to chef workstation. So the communication between both ways has been successfully completed. Now finally, step 4, I am going to stabilize a communication, a connection between chef server to nodes. So for that, I have to actually launch a node on AWS. So log in that AWS EC2 management console, and I will launch one another instance, launch instance. But remember friends, one thing. Okay, go back on instances. For this setup successfully on actually if you are doing on a cloud AWS, so what availability zone you have created your workstation, in same zone you have to launch your EC2 instance for a node. So you can see availability zone is AP South 1A. So I will launch the same EC2 instance on availability zone AP South 1A for a node. So launch instance. and that is node. So I will write down here chef node, Amazon Linux, and that is Amazon Linux 2. And let me create a new key. Okay, so node. This time I will actually a key format dot pem node. Private key file format dot pem. Okay, create key. Then allow me traffic for this the node. Now I am doing the last step. Going to going to make a connection between chef server to node. So okay, uh, okay. Let me take the instances to. Let me launch two server per node. Okay. So if I just write down here instances two, so it will be instance two instance will be launched. Okay, and then launch instance. So I'm going to follow step 4. So creation of node on AWS and open and create Linux server on AWS. Download key pair on local machine. Okay, yes. So I have downloaded key pair. Instances. So this is my chef workstation. If you want to change your name here, the chef node, so you can just select and you just select as a pencil. What is it is showing here in this? Just click on that. Chef node 1, save, and chef node 2, save. Let me take it. Let me refresh it. Until now, you can do further. Till now, it is initialization. So, what is the step 5? Okay, there is one more step, brothers, friends. As I told you, there is some lengthy process to this completion of automation. It is a one-time means the process which is some lengthy process. It is just one time. Okay. So bootstrapping, now I'm going to do bootstrapping. So what is the bootstrapping? As I told you in just starting of the session, that is a process to make a connection between Chef server to nodes. Again, remember, bootstrapping is done between Chef server to nodes, not to between workstation. So bootstrapping, so first I will move a copy what key pair to our Chef workstation. But you know that key what I downloaded for this both nodes, that key I'm talking here. So what is the process? How I can copy from local machine to and your Linux server? That is the same way. You have to open that WinSP. Yes, I think it is already open at my PC. Yes. Oh, it is already open. Let me close this one. And you have to open this chef repo. And you can see here I have just downloaded node.pem. Once I actually launch this this server, so I downloaded the key node.pm. If you remember, just I have done it. So I have to what I written here in step 5. First, we'll move copy that key pair to your chef workstation. So why I'm in a speed that chef dot actually those node.pem, copy this here. Wait, what is the retainer in step 5? So bootstrapping using node to chef server. First we'll copy the key pair to chef workstation. Finally, we'll fire the command. Okay. So I will just copy this key pair on my workstation. Again, I tell you, not on node. I have to copy because you have to do everything on your chef workstation. Copy this one file. It is successfully copied. If you want to see what is the root path, so root directory, then home, then EC2 user, then chef.repo. So go on your server and cd back ls. You can see that one key node.pm now it has been copied successfully. Your Linux server has been successfully copied. Now let me see that my server is ready or not for the nodes. Yes, you can see all that chef workstation is already running in successfully. Has been launched, and that node also chef node 1 and chef node 2 both server already on running status, and that status check is green. So now finally I am going to do the bootstrapping, which is used for the interconnection between the chef server to nodes. So what is the process here? What is the just one command there? Knife bootstrap, then IP, so private IP. Private IP. Remember, then -sss. So let me fire the command here. Knife. And let me show you one more thing. You can see till now nodes there is nothing. There are no item to display, but once it will be successfully stabilize a connection between chef server to node, you can be able to see your nodes. What which nodes? So I am talking about these nodes. Okay, let me do. So knife, then bootstrap, then IP. What IP? Private IP. So let me take a private IP of this first node. So this is the private IP. Oh, guys, you know why I'm taking this private IP? Because I have launched all three servers on a same availability zone, and I am going to communicate actually between chef server to nodes, but on a chef workstation. So chef workstation and chef nodes, all of the instances are under the same availability zone. That means you can say on a same network, and I cannot say same network because let me check it either it is same network or not. 172.31.46, 13.126. Yeah, the private IP is similarly same, but the public IP is different. But anyhow, and no need to take a public. I have to take this a private IP in this condition. Okay, because actually I'm going to run the command that server which is running on a same availability zone. That's why I'm taking a private IP here. Let me take a private IP and then paste. Then what is the next step? What is the next moving command? Knife bootstrap then IP then -sss. So -ssh -user. Okay, -user. Then EC2 user. Then EC2 user. Okay, then sudo -sudo. It is the command for bootstrapping. Then -i. Okay. Then key name. So what is the key pair name? Node.pem. Again, remember you right now. I have what I'm doing here. What I'm doing in the CLI based command level interface. I'm doing all of the things on chef workstation. Till now, I have not done anything on nodes. Okay, node.pem. and then hyphen n, and then node name. So whatever you want to set the node name on your chef workstation. So if you see here, I set the chef node 1. If you want to set the same name, so chef node 1, and God, please, this command should be successfully run. Knife, let me again check, bootstrap 172.31.41.24 dot and hyphen sss hyphen user dot ec2 user hyphen sudo hyphen I key name and hyphen fire. If it is asking to the authentication of host cannot be stabilized. Are you sure want to connecting connection? Yes. What happened? Hmm. I believe my chef notice. You can see we can able to see that now node is successfully connected to our chef server. Chef node 1, the platform is Amazon, that is IP address. Might be on this Linux platform, it is getting stuck to reflect completely output. Might be. So let me wait for some 5 to 10 minutes to complete this, because here I can see that chef node is connected. So you can verify as well on that on your chef server whether your node is connected or not. You can see here node is connected, chef node 1. If you select this, but it is why it is getting stuck, what happened is. Okay, let me take a duplicate session for this. Control S, sudo slu, ls, cd, chef repo. No worry, I will show you whether it is connected or not, because it is already connected. You can see here on chef server. See, but I will also show you via CLI commandable interface. because I think it got stuck. So that's why I have taken a duplicate session on this server. And the simple command knife node list. Yes, you can see here. Chef node 1. So our first node is successfully connected. Now let me connect our second node because I have launched two nodes now. So might be this getting some stuck. Actually, it is has been successfully done, but it is showing here that it is showing here getting stuck. So the same thing. What I need to do, I will take just copy this command. If you see here, just let me tell you something. When I fire this command, chef bootstrapping and node pm dot hyphen chef node 1. So it is showing as bootstrapping connecting to 172.31.41.24, which is the private IP of the node, creating new client for this chef node 1, creating new node for chef node 1, and then bootstrapping. So bootstrapping, what is the process to connect make a connection between chef server to nodes. But after successfully, either it has been successfully connected, I believe that node, because here you can see node node 1 is already showing here. Chef node 1 is under nodes category, the nodes. Now let me connect another node, so it will be more surely. Okay, damn sure. So let me take the private IP of second node. So second node private IP, and then fire the command again. So knife bootstrapping, but I will fire the command here on this because our first server I get stuck. So either what I can do, I will just copy this command, just change the IP. Uh, but just I need to change the copier because I launched the both nodes instances together keeping the same key pair. So I don't need to change the key pair because I just put the instances too. If I will create a one by one, then I have to change the key pair because I launched the both instances at a time using the same key pair. So I do not need to change the key pair. I just change the copy. I just change the private IP or the secondary node. So bootstrapping. Then what is the private IP of the secondary node? This is the private IP and paste here. Let me fire the command. Once before firing the command, let me check. So again, I'm telling this is the bootstrapping command. Knife bootstrapping. Once out and again, remember you are going to bootstrapping between chef server to node. But where you fire the command, where you need to fire the command, you need to fire the command of chef orchestration. Everything you need to do on the chef orchestration. Okay, except the some function on the chef server. But nodes you do not need to anything. Okay, chef knife bootstrapping, knife bootstrap, then a private API of the node. So now a very actually interesting thing. Let me tell you. Let's say what I told you in part one. If any new user will join, if a new person will join in that organization, let's say then you need to take that IP of that person machine. Okay. Once you will connect this chef orchestration, actually chef server, then it will be come in that automation picture, and that all software whatever you want to update that machine you can do here from what workstation. So I will already taken that private IP this node and hyphen SSS hyphen user EC2 user sudo node pm, that's same key, and now I will change the name only node here node. Let me fire the command. Yes. So are you sure want to continue connection? Yes. Why? Enter. This time please output reflect here. Yes, this time it has been successfully done. Or even it has successfully done also in part node first, but I don't know why why that first Linux server get stuck. So you can see here. Okay, let me change the color so it will be uh, change setting that colors default background modify and that this one. What will be the good यार बताओ दोस्तों येलो नहीं ये लेता हूँ मैं चलो ये ले लेता हूँ तो मेरे को बस थोड़ा सा दिखना चाहिए अच्छे से समझना आना चाहिए कि क्या हम चीजें आई रिफ्लेक्ट होके यस ये अब सही लग रहा मुझे को लग रहा so you can see here thank you for installing chef infra client for help getting starting with this chef.io and infra phase completed 0 by 0 resources updated 0 second. Yes, you can see here. Chef node 2 has an empty run list. Run list I will tell you on next part 5 what is about his this message is fine. But yes, now successfully node 2 also connected to chef server. If you want to see, let me share with you. If you will refresh this, imagine what will be the output. This time node 2 is also showing here. Chef node 2. And the machine uptime is 18 minutes. Last check-in 2 minutes ago. So also you can see here from the fire the command knife node list. This time chef node 2 and chef node 1. Firstly, when I fire the command, that time it was showing here chef node 1. Now it's showing here chef node 2 as well. So there's our lab which has been successfully done, completed. Now I have successfully set up a automation in chef tool. Chef workstation has been successfully installed on Linux server. Chef server has been a Chef server where I have created a account and I have actually make a connection between Chef workstation to Chef server. Okay. Then I have launched two nodes on EC2 instance and I have also make a connection. I have actually connected Chef server to nodes in under step all the 5 steps. First step I have let me summarize way. First step I have launched EC2 instance and I have installed Chef workstation on that and created a cookbook and recipe. And second step I have created an account on a Chef server. Third step I have make a connection between Chef workstation to Chef server. In fourth step I have created a two nodes on Amazon EC2 instance, Linux server. And 5 steps finally, I have make a connection, stabilized connection between Chef server to nodes. So Chef workstation to Chef server and Chef server to nodes, all setup has been successfully done. So friends, thank you. Now on part 5, I will be able to see a live project. I will give some instruction on recipe where on chef workstation and it will be implemented on nodes. So dears, thank you for watching this video and please if you learn something, please like this video and subscribe to my channel Nirmal Technical if you are not subscribed till now. Thank you so much. Bye bye and take care. And one more thing friends, this time these instances I will not terminate it because it's so many taking time for this setup. So I will just, what I can do here, I will just stop these instances because in next session, what I will do, I will reopen this, all these instances because if I will terminate this, then I have to again make all this setup what I have done in this part 4. So going our instance step and stop instance and stop this. I will start from here taking these instances. It will not charge something, but yes, if the any value, if any story is connected to, I believe there is story is connected to these instances, it will be some charge, very little charge for these instances. And let me log out this my AWS account. Once again, thank you friends, watching this video, and bye bye and take care.